everyone, Charline Savoie here with East Coast Holistic Events. We're very happy to be bringing to you our first Irishtown Holistic Fair on Sunday, September 29th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Irishtown Community Center, which is located about 15 minutes from the city of Moncton. We have a wonderful variety of vendors to delight your senses, ranging from alternative medicine, artists of various genres, delicious foods, holistic products for you and your home, and even your pets, intuitive readers, and we also have energy healers. And I'm very happy to have with me today one of those energy healers. It's Lorinda Weatherall. And hello, Lorinda, and it's nice to have you with us.
Charline, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Excellent.
And,
Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity to be part of the East Coast Holistic Events in Irishtown.
Oh, you're very welcome. We're excited to have you there. And
Thank you.
Tell us a bit about you and what you'll be having there at the fair.
Of course. I'd like to start by sharing a bit about me, which is what you asked, and my business, Integrative Healthcare with Reiki. I'm a practitioner and active promoter of Reiki, and I love sharing Reiki with others. Integrative Healthcare was born out of my desire to have Reiki become more mainstream in places such as hospice and hospitals. I was successful in introducing a volunteer Reiki program in a local hospital and hospice. I was able to also publish a book, Integrative Healing, Merging with Modern Medicine, as a guide for others who want to do the same. And I am the creator of custom meditation cushions to introduce people to the value of meditation. Being part of the East Coast Holistic Events Irishtown Holistic Fair is a great way for me to meet and connect with the local wellness community and public. Thankfully, the importance of personal self-care, whether mental, emotional, or physical, is becoming more mainstream. And yes, Reiki can help with that. With my almost 30 years of Reiki experience, it still blows me away to see the stresses and strains of daily life melt during a client session.
So it's really, I find Reiki for myself, it really helps me, like you said, to reduce the stress. And it just makes you feel better all the way around. It's such a wonderful feeling when somebody gives you Reiki, or either that you do it on yourself. So it's very nice. So how did Reiki find you, or did you find Reiki?
Well, that's a great question, Charline. Thanks for asking. I would have to say that Reiki found me. My husband came home with a flyer from his reflexologist who was just starting to promote her Reiki practice. He wasn't interested, but he thought it might be something good for me. Little did I know that it would become a major positive influence in my life. I moved from practitioner to teacher to author and then advocate.
Well, that's wonderful. Now, your book that you've published a book on Reiki. Is that still available for people to purchase?
The book, yes, it is still available to purchase. I do have copies in my basement waiting for a new home.
Okay, so perhaps you'll be bringing them with you at the event, at the fair?
Sure, I can do that. That's not a problem. I have room in the car.
Well, that's great. I'd love to see them as well.
Well, thank you.
So has your Reiki practice changed since you first started?
Yes, it has. Initially, I studied the Western style of Usui Takata Reiki, which is most people know as Usui Shike Ryoho, and I loved it from the very, very beginning. Just like you mentioned, it's so nice to have. Like most practitioners, I use it on myself and my family. However, over time, Reiki nudged me to take the next level and then do the masterclass. So once I finished that, I became curious about Reiki and decided to see if it was mentioned on the internet. Well, my word, just like now, there are pages and pages devoted to the different styles and types of Reiki. It was through conversations with a Reiki master in Vancouver that I became aware of a Reiki conference being held in Toronto in 2002. So that was super exciting for me because I didn't have to go too far. Like I didn't have to go to Europe. I didn't have to go to Japan. It was local. It was in Toronto. So I had to go. I met and became a student of Inamoto Hyakuten, a Japanese monk who lives in Japan and is the founder of the Komyo Reiki-do style, or the path and way of Komyo Reiki. What drew me to this Japanese style was its ease and simplicity. Place one's hands and surrender and smile. Another key feature is also learning to be in the moment, as there is nothing to do and nothing to think about. So that's good.
Yeah, exactly. It's such a peaceful feeling whether you're receiving it or giving it. So
Exactly.
energy that flows through you. It's a wonderful feeling. Is this style of Reiki hard to learn?
Oh, no. Like the other ones, it's similar. There's initially a series of hand placements, and it's very easy. The hard part can be to calm and quiet our monkey mind. Inamoto Sensei says, when the mind is clear and the ego is clear, the purer your Reiki becomes. So once again, there's no thinking, there's just and doing. It's just being.
Exactly. It's such a peaceful way to, like you said, relieve stress and just be at one with everything. And just
Yeah,
this nice energy flowing through you, whether you're receiving it or giving it.
exactly.
Can anyone become a practitioner? What does it take to become a practitioner?
Oh, yes, anyone can learn Reiki Ryoho. Children, adults, and seniors. It's super easy to learn, but as it is so simple, it can take a lifetime to master. As I mentioned before, after 30 years, I'm still discovering how rich and profound Reiki can be. Using Reiki daily as a form of personal self-care is another tool in our self-care toolbox, in addition to quality food, exercise, and supportive relationships.
Yes, of course, because, well, Reiki, I find, is a way, it's a journey. It's really a
It
journey.
is.
And as you discover things about yourself, it's learning about yourself, it's learning about your environment, and that we're all connected to everything. So it's such a wonderful,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yes.
So what made you start making cushions for meditation cushions? What got you started with that?
Customers would come into our wellness cafe looking for meditation cushions. In the early 2000s, the only source was from the United States, and the Canadian dollar at that time was really low, and it made them quite expensive. As I can sew, I bought one and took it apart, and once I had the measurements, it was easy to start making them.
And why are they so heavy?
The cushions are stuffed with a variety of fillers. So there are hemp hulls, some have walnut hulls, some others have sorghum grass seed, and the latest is rice. Unlike most commercial pillows, which are stuffed with polyester fiber, these natural products retain their shape over time. I have one client who's had one of my cushions for over 20 years and they still use it.
Oh my goodness. That's it's really it doesn't lose its shape or anything like that. Those, like you said.
No.
Cool. So, and you can use them even if I wouldn't meditate, you could use them for other things, I imagine. And
Oh, yes.
yeah.
That's the beauty of these cushions. Many of my clients have purchased them for the office, and now they find their chairs are more comfortable and they experience less fatigue. So they may have a little more work productivity, or they may not be so tired at the end of the day. Some other folks have placed their cushion on the floor to offer support when sitting on a couch or sofa, as their feet no longer dangle above the floor, and that makes them feel more comfortable. I recently had one client purchase a cushion for their autistic grandchild. And when that child sat on the cushion, they immediately calmed down and they could focus. So hopefully they will be able to use it in school.
Well, that's great. So then you're bringing your cushions to the Irishtown Holistic Fair with you.
That's correct.
And you're
Yes,
also going to be offering Reiki sessions for people?
I am. I'm offering 20 minutes for $20 so that people can experience what Reiki can feel like.
Okay, so when people come into the fair, you're going to have a sign-up sheet for people? Is that how you're going to do it? So I would
That's correct.
recommend for people to go and go see Lorinda right away if you want a session and book your
Right.
session. So make sure that when you're visiting the fair that you walk around and see what services are available to sign up for in advance. As I'm sure all these sessions will be booking early, and we're hoping to invite you to visit us at the fair and on September 29th in Irishtown. And yeah, we have a lot of different vendors. Lorinda is one special lady that will be there, and just being in her energy is very healing. So I invite you to come and visit us. We're going to have a lot of fun. Presenters are there as well. So we encourage you to share this video with others and to come and bring all your family, even your children. So have a great day, and thank you very much, Lorinda, for being here on this video with me, and we'll see you at the fair. Thank you.
Thank you again, Charline and Shivani, for this wonderful opportunity to be part of the Wellness Fair.
Great.
See you soon.
Yeah, bye-bye.